This isn't very personal.
Welcome to the Josh and Tyler Show.
A cookbook title that can also be a film title. Scenes where there is absolutely no sound but all image.
Somebody dressed like a Viking playing weird, strange music.
America's Got Talent if it had no talent.
Pear flavored yogurt. Tastes like pear flavored yogurt. Say something awesome.
The bitch is back.
Hello, and welcome to the Josh and Tyler Show. Today, back by the request of Tyler and no one else, movie Jenga.
Right, like
No one actually requested it, but you said we should do it, so we did.
Well, just because there was one subject that we wanted to do in a future video, but because I've been so swamped with work lately, pretend to be surprised every time I hear that I haven't really been able to catch up with as many movies related to that subject.
Yeah, so, Jenga. If you want to move your drinks there so we don't have the spillage, you know?
Something tells me that won't be an issue.
We don't want to... You just got to move it then to the middle. All right, so... We're going to do this a little differently today. We're going to both answer the questions, because I think they're fun and I would like to answer them.
There is more fun to be had with it.
So, typical rules of Jenga. You know the deal.
I tried to level it out as best as I could.
Yeah, I moved it a little bit, so now it's a little bit off. You know, we won't make the engineers oath underground in that weird ceremony thing.
Half of my friends are engineers. I don't think they really
They
give
did.
a shit.
Did they not do the weird underground oath, like with the cult or whatever? I saw it on the internet.
I
Don't
haven't
believe
really,
everything you read, kids.
I haven't really gotten to talk to them that much lately, but
All right, you get to go first. Move a Jenga block.
all right. Oh come on, how is that?
All right. Any question? What you got?
I got. Oh boy, best movie kiss. You know what? I'm gonna go with the upside down kiss from the very first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. Even when I was 6 years old and knew absolutely nothing about love, there was just something that felt interesting about it. I mean, from a visual standpoint, obviously it fits the comic book aesthetic, but it also goes to show the amount of trust that MJ has towards Spider-Man over the countless amount of times that he has had to save her ass.
Yeah,
In
MJ
fact, the
gets saved a lot.
conversation. Well, the conversation before that kiss even starts off with, "You have a knack for getting in trouble, and you have a knack for saving my life. I think I have a superhero stalker." So, like, there's at least a little bit of self-awareness over how stupid these cliches are.
I will take Forrest Gump, because I think there's an honesty to the kiss between Jenny and Forrest for the first time.
When you say the first time, is that in Washington where they meet up at the rally?
Yeah.
Okay.
When they kiss for the first time and they just sort of, and you know, like Forrest finally gets his wish, so, you know, as silly as that relationship is and he should have moved on, it's an honest moment, and I appreciate Tom Hanks' performance in that moment.
I could go on forever and ever about how it's a little more tricky than that, but we don't have all day.
All right. Best documentary. What do you got, Tyler?
Is it... Oh, Won't You Be My Neighbor. I got confused between Won't You Be My Neighbor, which is the documentary, and A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, the Tom Hanks movie that technically was being made before the documentary, but the documentary just got made first, because the life story of Fred Rogers, one of the most fascinating people out there, and it really just goes to show how tricky it was for him to really stick towards his message about being as optimistic as you can, no matter how much cynicism and dread there is in the world, because the movie makes it clear dude had a lot of doubts and he had a lot of demons, but that also plays into what was so great about the show, the fact that he was so brutally honest, the fact that in order for things to get better, we need to talk about the things that we're too scared shitless to talk about.
Yeah, my mom just watched that because she hadn't seen that yet. So
Oh, really?
I bought her the DVD and she watched. She's like, loved it.
If you didn't cry at the end, you have no soul.
And she's like, I gotta show my mom. She's like, she grew up with me watching that. It was so great. There's just a lot of. I would take Free Solo. I think that's one of the coolest documentaries I've ever seen about free climb. Terrifying, but cool.
Yeah, I was gonna
well
say,
done.
I can only imagine just how harrowing it would be for the documentary filmmakers to be crafting this just on the fly.
Yeah, I mean, the way they shoot the mountains and the way they do the archive footage and stuff, the National Geographic team and the directing team there with Alex as well as the main role, incredible. If you haven't seen The Rescue, haven't seen Free Solo, great docs. Really great docs. I think you should go for that one. It's nice and loose.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you mention it. Okay, cool. I gotta say, that is a very nice looking jar.
Yeah, it came from a speaker promotional item.
This is a very specific one. Best
Yes.
Jessica Chastain performance. What got you into
I was thinking Oscar-wise. You know, it's going to be right after the Oscars when this is posted, so I thought, let's talk a little more Oscar. So there's some more Oscar stuff in here.
You know what? When it comes down to her best performance, I'm gonna have to give it to Zero Dark 30. It's a tough role to play, not just because of the true life stakes, but the fact that she's incorporating so many different real life individuals, and the movie makes it abundantly clear that it is a composite character more than anything else, but she has to go from someone who is absolutely abhorred with the methods that the CIA conducts in order to prevent terrorism. But it's also a lot more fucked up to see her get accustomed to and even applying those practices in order to get what she wants. And at the very end, once she achieves the main goal, assassinating bin Laden, and she gets an entire jet plane to herself, and you see her crying all alone in that plane, it really makes you wonder whether or not she actually was in favor of those methods, or if she feels a little bit more remorseful but was actually supportive in the moment, because the end game that they got worked out in the end.
I will take Molly's Game, because I think that movie's not great overall, but I think Jessica Chastain's performance is incredible. And the only reason that movie works is that the script is bad. Nothing really in that movie is great except for Jessica Chastain. She sells the movie. That's the only reason to watch it at the end of the day.
Yeah,
and it's not even a very complex character, but she does the best she can with the material. And I think because of that, I give her that, because I like that movie simply because her performance is good.
She definitely has the cocky and confident side towards Molly Bloom, and that definitely was the more appealing aspect of the character.
Aaron Sorkin can't write shit.
Well, he can
not
write
anymore.
Shit. Not anymore.
No, he used to be a good writer, and then all of a sudden he just made West Wing 12 more times, and we got sick of the same shtick.
Well, the two of us got sick of the same shtick. Everyone still is convinced that he gets with the times or some crap like that.
Chicago 7, you know how we feel about that. Check out Tyler's review on his channel there.
Yeah, you might see him standing right next to me.
Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, here's a fun one. Recast Back to the Future currently.
Oh,
you gotta do it. Who's Doc Brown? Who's Marty McFly? Who's Biff? And what's the girl's name? Allie? Whatever it is.
The girlfriend was so forgettable.
Who's the girlfriend?
I don't know.
Alright.
I don't actually even follow the Back to the Future trilogy.
Alright, so who would you put as Doc Brown? I mean, I have...
Doc Brown. Oh.
I would put Nicolas Cage in. And that's the only confirmed casting my brain has ever thought. I want Nicolas Cage as Doc Brown. You have to go 88 miles an hour.
I do have an idea. Oh, fuck.
I mean, right now, if they were doing it based on popularity, Zendaya would be the girlfriend. Because she's popular. And it's a big franchise.
She wouldn't take a role that was so thin.
That's true.
At least in my opinion. Although, now that you bring it up, just for the hell of it, I'll say Timothée Chalamet as Marty, just because...
He
definitely fits the rebel stereotype.
He was really good in Dune.
Yeah,
he
100%.
was great. That would be interesting.
Oh boy, for Doc Brown, you really threw me off with Nicolas Cage, and I'm really trying to think of someone who is equally
I've got Zendaya and I've got Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
And you've got.
Tell you what, for Doc Brown, I'm gonna go with Bruce Campbell. Actually.
Oh, I like that. That is good.
Because dude is usually a scumbag asshole. You would expect him to be Biff or something like that. But dude can play crazy. He doesn't do it very often, but he is super convincing at it. And in the realm of sci-fi, this would be right up his alley. With Biff, I'm trying to think of someone who actually fits the age to be in
What's
high
his
school.
name? Who plays Vernon? Who's the Dursley kid? Who?
Oh, Harry Melling?
Yeah, he was in The Devil All the Time.
He's not tough enough.
I don't. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Fuck. Tell you what, just because his name is being floated around a lot lately, I'm gonna go with Austin Butler. Most people would either know him as Tex from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
And he's apparently going to be the Sting character in Dune Part 2, or at least allegedly he's entered negotiations.
I got 2 more roles to fill.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna scrap that. I'm actually gonna go with Bill Skarsgård as Biff. Because
that's a great idea.
Because for one, he's got the creeper face to go along with it. Two, he is slender, but in an imposing way, which not that many actors can do.
Yeah.
And it's a little closer to reality to how bullies are nowadays. Where bullies mostly rely on like verbal insults.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think I'll take Timothée Chalamet as well for Marty McFly. I mean, that just makes sense. I actually want Tom Hardy as Biff.
I can see him as at least older Biff.
Yeah, but like just him as Biff, just him being silly and self-referential to himself, that would work. Can you imagine him like finding the almanac in 1985 being like, okay. I just feel like he would eat that roll up.
I would keep Crispin Glover as George.
Yeah, why not?
Because, for one, it's going to look the exact same until the day he dies.
Yeah.
Two, I'm not going to lose any money by picking somebody else.
And then he can do it in the 90s, so they can have, like, Ace of Base or Sir Mix-a-Lot play the dance. Yeah, I know we can.
You know what? Now that you mention it, that probably would happen.
I mean, who would you get? Oh, for the band. I don't know, but that sounds fun. I could see Bruce Campbell for sure. So, yeah. Alright, you get to...
It would be an opportunity for at least to do a little more physical stuff than he has lately. Because, like, other than Ash versus Evil Dead...
He's really done with Evil Dead.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't have a problem with that.
He's been doing that forever. I think it's time to retire that.
I didn't like Ash versus Evil Dead, if I'm
that was
being
okay.
honest. Best director of the 1990s. Oh, man.
Yeah, we're going 90s. Like Spielberg was hot in that era.
I was gonna say Spielberg just because, like, when it comes to his darker and more mature films, and just because he was at his peak as a filmmaker with Saving Private Ryan, and he never
Jurassic Park,
and he never got that peak again until West Side Story last year.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Which the fact that I've seen West Side Story 3 times over the past 4 or 5 months. I saw it on my birthday, once it hit Disney Plus, just because I knew I was...
I might take John Woo, because he did Mission Impossible 2, Hard Boiled, and a whole bunch of great action flicks, foreign films that are just delightful. With Chung Yao Fat and such, and those are great martial arts films. Like, you just don't get stuff like that anymore.
Chow Yun Fat is pretty underrated. I haven't seen that many John Woo films outside of Mission Impossible 2 and Face Off, which is just amazing for the amount of cheese.
There's another fun one. He was able to diverge different markets in that time frame.
Well, not always in the best way. I mean, didn't he do Broken Arrow?
And I love Broken Arrow.
You're out of your mind.
The missiles! They're on the plane!
You're out of your mind. Yeah. Ain't cool. That's such a good line.
It's such a stupid movie.
Seriously,
but I adore that.
John Woo and John Travolta were just a collaboration in a Scorsese and De Niro way, wouldn't that be fucking amazing?
You're just John who? That's what they're gonna tell us.
Imagine if John Woo made The Fanatic. Like, that would have been much better.
I just like John Woo in the 90s. He put out some good stuff.
And his style was more accepted than it is now. The slow-mo, the over-the-top gun, the fucking doves.
Oh, hanging off a cliff at the beginning. Best animated sequel.
Animated sequel? There aren't a ton of those.
Well, How to Train Your Dragon 2 is decent.
That's, you know what,
Despicable Me 2 would improve on the formula. People like Shrek 2 more.
You know what, yeah, Shrek 2, in my opinion, is like the best Shrek movie just because they throw so many jokes at you against the wall, and the best part is those jokes absolutely work. It doesn't matter if they're subtle, it doesn't matter if they're right on the point. Every single one of them lands, and I can quote the movie forever and ever, like when they get Puss in Boots captured. What do you think we should do with him? I say we take that sword and noodle him right now. Give him the Bob Barker treatment. As an adult, and plus that's the other thing, like as a kid, you can watch it and love it for the characters, and then when you're an adult and you understand the references, it's just so much funnier.
I'm also inclined to go Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, because I really have a soft spot for that.
That one has its moments.
And The Rescuers Down Under, that one I love.
See, before you said Shrek 2, I was going to say Rescuers Down Under, because the first Rescuers is the Aristocats with mice.
It's alright. I like it.
It's got its moments.
But Down Under is fun.
But Down Under is funnier for one.
It's darker.
It is darker with George C. Scott as the villain. John Candy replacing the other guy was just...
brilliant.
Amazing.
I really do love The Rescuers Down Under.
And the fact that it was 13 years later, but Newhart and Eva Gabor, weirdly enough, came back, that was really amazing.
Those are, I would probably take Rescuers Down Under.
See, that's usually everyone's go-to when it comes to animated sequels, because I don't know why, I don't really think of Shrek 2 as a sequel. It just stands on its own.
Well, I like the first Shrek. We've discussed Shrek in length, but we should do a Rescuers double feature show one time. That's an episode idea there.
There isn't really a ton to talk about with the first one. In fact, the first one might have actually been the shortest Disney video that I put out. I don't think it was even 5 minutes long.
I'm sure we'll find something to rant about.
Not really. I mean, I could once again tie it back to DuckTales because Magica De Spell has a little bit of a Madame Medusa personality towards her. And her last episode with Lena has like a ton of Rescuers references, which I don't know if any fans actually picked up on, like how her lair is kind of alligator infested, and how she does call Lena an insufferable brat, which is literally a line straight out of the Rescuers.
Yep.
So,
well, they got the rights. Well,
obviously. Best film set in a hotel. Well, it's not 4 rooms, that's for sure.
I mean, what's that Stephen King one with Samuel L. Jackson?
I don't actually...
Room something.
I gotta be honest, I don't like 1408.
That's the one. There's that one. I mean, Grand Budapest Hotel is good. John Wick has a hotel, which is cool.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if I'm being honest, for that reason alone, because the climax relies entirely on the hotel, I'm going to go with John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum.
Really?
Yeah,
I like John Wick Chapter 2, the way they use the hotel. The big finale there where you can't kill the guy and everything. And that was great. That was
surprising, but when it comes to Chapter 3, they knew what elements to repeat in regards to the settings, but they also really amped up the choreography, because it wasn't just judo throws, even though they utilize them way too much. There are knives, there are improvised weapons like belts, they use glass so many times. There were like 4 or 5 times straight where someone got kicked through a pane of glass in a single take.
There is a lot of glass.
And also, you got the guys from the Raid 2 who are super excited to fight John Wick and actually don't even want to kill him. Like, I love those guys.
So, that John Wick 3 is really enjoyable. I think it's better than number 2.
Not to mention,
I like number 2.
If we count it as a hotel, the set piece between John Wick and Sophia versus Sir Braun's henchmen, where you got dogs just ripping people apart.
That's fun, and they chop off someone's thumb or finger to like get back into something. It's crazy. I like it. Halle Berry's the best she's been in years. Great movie. I you could say hotel for dogs, but no one would ever say that. I would say,
I don't think even my sister would
The
say
Great
that.
Muppet Caper, the Happiness Hotel.
It's called the Happiness
Yes,
Hotel?
they drive the bus. What floor are you on? We're on the 2nd floor. I can only take you as far as the lobby. And then they sing a song. There are bugs. There are bugs.
There are 2
there are
lines that
Sure,
I
we have our
remember.
share of problems, but you'll never beat the price.
There are two
I love
lines
it.
I remember from The Great Muppet Caper. The first one is the one that everybody remembers about Kermit.
I'm gonna hit you with what color
No.
are your hands now?
No, not that one. Oh, it's amazing. You are 100% wrong. I mean, nothing you said has been right. That and, I don't know why. This one just gets me where Miss Piggy looks at the camera and goes, "What an unbelievable coincidence." That doesn't get memed enough.
Oh my goodness!
Everyone
I love
has
movie.
that stupid thing.
Training dogs, frogs, and pigs, and whatevers. Yes, this British mayor. Oh, they're very lovely. What do you do? The one scene in there? I think probably the funniest scene in the whole movie is when they're sneaking around the house and Piggy is trying to convince them that they live at this big house, and John Cleese is the owner of the house,
Of course.
and they're sneaking around, and he's like, "Can I help you?" He's like, "No," and then just disappear. And they're having the most like uptight Monty Python British.
Wow,
fire.
that's a bigger waste of time than putting.
No, and then he's like,
That's a bigger waste of time than Tarantino being in the Muppet Wizard of Oz.
He's in that.
Apparently, they shot a
haven't seen that
scene
in
of him
years.
suggesting ways to get rid of the Wicked Witch, and because it's Tarantino, Kermit's like, I don't know. I think it's a little too
Comedy frog.
violent. But apparently, that scene got cut just because it's Tarantino. I don't think anybody wanted. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I would have been fine with it. I mean, they shoved Uma Thurman in that random Christmas special for no reason.
True. I think it's your turn to move the block. Or is it my turn?
I was just about to ask if it was.
We got distracted.
Doesn't matter.
Was Uma Thurman in Letters to Santa or
Yeah,
A Very
Letters
Merry
to
Muppet
Santa.
Christmas?
Yeah, it was Letters to Santa because
It's not bad.
Because she was in that. Whoopi Goldberg shows up as a cab driver for absolutely no
Whoopi
reason.
Goldberg has been in like 8 Muppet movies. She just shows up every time. I think she's like Brian Henson's best friend.
See, the thing I remember most about Letters to Santa is that one bit where Nathan Lane is airport security and arrests Fozzie for all the fucking stupid jokes.
That's probably the best part.
Take him to the interrogation room. Wait, we don't have that. Yeah, we do. It's down the hall. That's the coffee lounge. Well, for now, it's the interrogation room.
That's fun.
Best Raid Redemption action sequence. Are we just counting Raid Redemption? Or
Anyone
just Raid
with
2?
the guys from the raid in it. Those
Oh.
guys.
The last 10 minutes where Iko Uwais just goes all out. Just drives a car straight through the villain's lair. Just... I don't even know how to describe it.
I mean, you have the last 10 minutes with the frying pan fight and the apartment fight.
his fight between...
You have the jail fight, then you have the... There's so many good stuff.
Personally, for me, I think it's Rama versus Baseball Batman and Hammer Girl, because for one, those two are amazing. I love how they can just rip each other apart with just a baseball bat, a ball, and their hammers. Like, they fight so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the amount of things they do in a single take where it doesn't even look like they have enough room to breathe. And from what I understand, they actually had to learn to make contact with each other without actually hurting one another, which makes it all the more impressive. Just how many times Iko Uwais has to dodge a hit. It was insane. Is the only word I have to describe it. It is that good.
I think my favorite action sequence from the whole series is the hallway fight. The first hallway fight when the cops get discovered. After a couple of the cops die and he has to fight him, and he puts the guy's like neck through the nails on the floorboard after bashing through the lights, like boom, 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 chunk, and just like puts his neck through these nails, and I'm just like,
and he grabs a machete. He's completely unarmed.
Crazy.
Grabs a machete, disarms the guy, and just slits his throat wide open.
He's just doing. He killed the fact that he's bashing this guy against these lights, then breaks his neck, and then is still fighting through all this is insanity.
But here's
the
the thing:
same
like
action
the best
sequence where he runs in the other room and then falls to the floor.
That's right. But Raid 1 also has Mad Dog, played by Yaya Nruiyan, and that one scene where he really shows off his strengths by kicking Joe Taslim's ass like it's absolutely nothing. And he even does that one backflip by running up against the wall.
He's so cool.
He better show up in another John Wick sequel, because they didn't kill him.
They could just give him a different haircut. No one will care.
Well, everyone cared when he showed up in the second one, even though... And honestly, his
here's
character...
a fun one: Halle Berry's best role.
Um,
I'm inclined to go Storm because she got to play it the most, and I think she makes a really good Storm. Better than whoever played Storm because they didn't give her a lot to work with. And she has the best line in the history of movies. You know it. Say it with me. No, we won't say it. You know what it is. Sings everything else. I love her Storm. I love the first couple X-Men movies. They're really great. They're like my introduction to the superhero genre, and I think it's fantastic stuff.
It's, for me, a toss-up between Monsters Ball, because I do legitimately think that she earned that Oscar. It's one of the few times where someone actually won for a more understated performance. Seeing as how Billy Bob's character is the one who gets saddled with technically the most amount of drama, but
Not
you
Catwoman.
feel... Fuck off, man. But you feel sorry for her because of how her past is intertwined with Billy Bob's and the fact that they do have solid enough chemistry, actually. So it's a toss-up between Monsters Ball and John Wick Chapter 3, because even though she is still a little over the top and she's way too angry in her expressions where she gives her backstory to John, which he already knows, so you kind of wonder why she's even explaining it.
What's that one movie she did about hacking?
Oh, Swordfish?
Swordfish is pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, I like the outdated technology. It makes me laugh hysterically. And even when that came out, that technology was outdated. So...
I was gonna say, didn't everybody rip the movie apart for that alone?
I didn't mind Swordfish at all.
I don't know. I think the only reason we ever hated it was because it was in that movie trivia card game where it was nothing but Swordfish, the Valley of Eli.
The Valley of Eli. I still have yet to see it. It's your turn.
There's nothing to watch. It's from the idiot who made Crash.
Tough game. Blocks just don't want to move.
You just gotta rely on the reflection in the camera. Shut up.
Oh, you're fun, Tyler.
I know.
What do we got?
Favorite Saw / Final Destination film? Oh, Christ.
Yeah, what's your favorite? I've been watching them all recently.
To tell you the truth, I never actually have seen one in full.
Oh, I really enjoyed Final Destination 2. I had a great time with that one.
See, I've seen most of the standard death sequences that have come with that. Like the one lady who, for whatever reason, is standing in the middle of the road like it's absolutely nothing, and everyone's surprised that she just gets mowed over by a bus.
Whatever one I was watching with the roller coaster, I think that's 2. That one was awesome. I think the roller coaster thing was a very unique way to put it there. I haven't seen any other one but that one. I thought it was cool.
I couldn't really tell you. I've seen like little clips of Spiral just because it was weird that Chris Rock actually wanted to do a Saw movie and the fact that he kind of had the story behind it.
See, I went into Saw and I watched 4 and 5 first and was incredibly confused. You got to start from number 1 or it don't make no sense. Who knew?
I don't know. Gotta love what a wasted question that was, wasn't it?
Hey, I was trying. I'm trying to get a little different conversation out there.
It's important to try new things anyways.
Best voiceover in film.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I know what you probably want to take that you don't know you're thinking of. Blade Runner. There's also
voiceover.
Yeah, the one version of the first Blade Runner has a voiceover.
Oh, like Harrison Ford narrating?
I mean, then there's Goodfellas, as long back as I remember.
That kind of voiceover.
Yeah, voiceover.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
That's a really good question, because I'm actually not a big fan of how Martin Scorsese does narration and stuff. I feel like it dumps down things that we're watching right in front of our eyes. I mean, that's the reason I fucking hated The Irishman. You were sitting there for 3.5 hours, and you're filling in gaps that we're watching right with our own eyes.
You see, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I really enjoyed The Irishman, but I can't get into The Godfather no matter how hard I try. And I feel like I would enjoy them both.
Narration because it doesn't.
But I feel like it's in that same genre, so I should enjoy it. You know?
Yeah, but like it still does stuff differently than Scorsese. Like
Voiceover.
Coppola and Scorsese had their own niches in regards to the gangster saga.
I will take Megamind. At the beginning of Megamind, he's monologuing about being a villain, and then it sort of plays into it, and the voices in his head and such, how he talks to himself, and the Bernard character. And I think that's really clever. It works as like a setup for a joke later on.
You did get a light bulb going in my head there. Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
I like it.
Because the fourth wall humor in regards to the voiceover work, just the fact that he is analyzing the filmmaking as it's occurring in the moment is just so damn clever.
Yeah.
Like when he says, a fourth wall break within a fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls, isn't it?
That first Deadpool is great.
Oh, it is. And
The second one's fun. I really like the second one.
I actually like parts of the second one more just because they go a little more all out with just what you can do with an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
And allegedly, Deadpool 3, which is Deadpool's first MCU movie, is still going to be rated R because they know for a fact that they're going to lose money if they don't.
I mean, I feel like this needs to be the last one, though. You make one more Deadpool and you call it. Maybe put Deadpool in other movies, but
yeah,
I feel like we have enough. We have a trilogy, the Deadpool trilogy, we're done, you know?
I don't know. I mean, I would love to see what would happen with Ryan Reynolds in particular showing up in like a Spider-Man movie.
He could show up in other movies for sure. I just don't think he needs another one of his own movies for a while.
Yeah, I would like if he just did what Mark Ruffalo did, just kind of be the side character that everybody likes.
Because then you're going to have him in small moderation, we're going to love him, we have 3 movies that we can watch from him, so.
Yeah.
I guess 4 if you go Once Upon a Deadpool, which is Deadpool 2.
Because here's the... Yeah, and the super duper cut of Deadpool 2 is actually better than the theatrical one because there's more of a story, and it's actually told chronologically. Like, you actually see Russell's backstory before he meets Deadpool. There's no stupid flashbacks, and he's more tolerable as a character.
I like that one scene where he assembles a squad and they all die. So funny!
It's the best part of the movie!
It's like, and then they all die, like Matt Damon is getting electrocuted, you're like, wait.
No, that's Brad Pitt.
That's Brad Pitt.
Matt Damon was the redneck.
Yeah, but you're like, wait, what? It's such a good sequence.
Oh, it absolutely is. Bill Skarsgard, I don't know, Bill Skarsgard's the one that gets Fargo'd to death.
There's some really good stuff in that.
See, like, when Terry Crews got hit by the bus, that I thought was just weird, and I just sat there and went, wait, what? And then the alien guy died, and I just sat there and went, oh, shit, how did I not see this coming?
I like Colossus, dude. He's great.
Who should play the next Bond? Idris Elba, end of story.
Yep, that's it. I was going to see what you said, so.
Everybody, just taking a little break here from Movie Jenga, telling you to check out the PB&J channel. We do comedy, we do funny. It's me and Ben plus a host of others. Right now, I've got a little Robin Hood going on in the background on my VHS. You would not believe how good Robin Hood looks from VHS to 4K. My Laserdisc looks phenomenal. But if you want to check out our comedy, we got some great stuff. We've got new episodes coming your way. And hey, good morning.
What's going on, guys? I'm Tyler, and there is no perfect movie, but there are plenty of as perfect as I can get reviews of movies that are out right now that I definitely want to check out. So feel free to check out the link in the description below for my channel. I got reviews coming up for Turning Red with Josh, along with the brand new Carrie Elway's comedy, The Hyperions. Thank you so much for sticking with us through these commercials. On with the show.
Either that or Charlize Theron, I would let her do it. Atomic Blonde proved her worth.
I feel like that's good enough.
Best Adam Sandler line that you can quote. I wrote this one for you.
There's 2 that comes to mind. One is really just to make fun of how bad his career has gotten. That could be summed up in one of his lines, but genuinely, probably my favorite thing he's ever said was, "Why don't you just go home? That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me!"
I always like.
But whenever I make fun of just how fucking atrocious his movies have gotten lately, there's this line from Chuck and Larry where, as he and Kevin James are breaking up, he just goes, "For the record, every time I laughed at one of your jokes, I was faking it."
See her though.
But
I like in The Wedding Singer. But he's singing Love Hurts, and he just goes into how terrible it is.
Oh no. Someone please kill me, and I hope you fucking choke.
Yeah, but I mean also that where he's in the plane, he's like, Billy Idol's in the plane? Billy Idol's in the back? Billy Idol?
My dad loves Wedding Singer, so
Wedding
I had to
Singer's
hear
my favorite.
I had to hear the "Someone Please Kill Me" song followed by "You're going to the mental institution."
I think it's your turn.
Okay.
But yeah, I enjoy The Wedding Singer a lot. I think it's a balance between silly and romantic. I think it hits a good chord, you know?
Yeah, for the most part. And I think that was the one time he and Barrymore really struck gold on that one.
That one was great. The soundtrack's also pretty good.
Most quotable song in a film. That's actually a good one.
What song can you quote? Is it the song from the credits? Is it the song from a musical? Any song? Is it song that they sing? I will take... And now for something completely different. I'm a lumberjack, I'm okay. Got no legs, but what the hey? You know, I guess that's the 18 version of it where he's strapped in there. But you know, he wears women's clothes, he chops down trees, and he has suspendies in him. I don't know.
I haven't actually seen the Lumberjack song, so I couldn't.
No, it starts off, he's like, I'm a lumberjack, I'm okay, I cut down trees and work all day. And then eventually he goes into like cross-dressing, and then he wants to like pick flowers and make bread, and it's the strangest thing, and then like the set blows up or something. I love it.
Most quotable. Man.
Oh no, it's no, I'm taking meaning of life. That's what I'm taking. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it.
Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true.
When you're chewing on like always look on the bright side of life. I love that song. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
Excuse me, are you a virgin? I mean, if it's not a personal question, are you a virgin?
It's so stupid. I love it. No, I love in that one where he joins the revolution and they make him spell the whatever he's graffiti on the wall correctly because he incorrectly got it wrong 150 times like you would in a school. That's better.
If I'm going most quotable song, it's probably going to be Hakuna Matata.
Oh, that's fair. Some people would say The Circle of Life.
Yeah, but people don't really know the lyrics to Circle of Life.
It's but it's something like that.
Na se konya mabagiti baba. See, you listen to it that many times, especially over the course of the pandemic.
Elton John is very talented, especially with Hans Zimmer.
I mean,
favorite food fight on film?
Food fight. Huh.
I will take the food fight from Kick-Ass 2 with the sick stick, where she makes them all vomit and they throw food at each other.
Ah, yes, that's right.
I mean, you got Animal House. That's why I was inspired by the question.
That's true.
Look, I'm a zit.
Get it?
That movie is really funny. That's one of the best early comedies from the 80s. It's so good.
Oh, for sure.
That and Stripes is incredible.
Favorite food fight? Oh my god.
Anyone where anyone throws food.
Huh. That's actually a good one, because I see that more in TV as opposed to movies.
You can do TV if you like.
Yeah, but like the one example I can think of, I don't even remember what the name of it is. That's actually how forgettable it is.
As long as you don't pick the movie Food Fight, we're okay.
Nobody in their right mind would pick Food Fight. I'm pretty sure the actors involved wouldn't have even picked Food Fight.
What a strange film.
Yeah, Strange doesn't even get to the halfway point on that one.
I mean, that and Movie 43 may tie for the weirdest, strangest, most oddest productions of all time. Just we can't explain it. It just happened.
Dude, you haven't seen Number 7 Cherry Lane, and you never should.
No, I'm good.
I saw it, so no
really
one
good.
else in this fucking room had to. Favorite food fight? I'm just gonna go with the pie fight from The Great Race.
Oh, you mean the pie fight from Doctor Strangelove?
No.
Oh.
No. Like Great Race, like the Blake Edwards movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because that's considered the biggest pie fight ever, just for the millions of dollars that it took and the 10 days just to film it.
10 days of food fighting. That's how we do it.
Seems so dark and moody in here.
It's a moody room. I'll turn on another light.
Favorite Bill Murray performance? That's another really tough one.
The Man Who Knew Too Little. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen The Man Who Knew Too Little.
You know The Man Who Knew Too Much?
Well, yeah, it's the Hitchcock movie that
Yeah.
he made twice.
So the first one's better.
No, it's not.
Yeah, well, we disagree on that. So this is a movie where Bill Murray is like the single lonely guy. So they set him on like this murder mystery night where he goes to different places and interact, and it's all supposed to be fake. And he's basically playing a spy for the night to get out of the house, so he can do something. But he gets stuck in a real spy espionage ring, but thinks it's all fake, but plays along with it. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And at the end, like, the guy who's, like, this super hard spy who's, like, trying to kill him, who's a counter agent, just nods in agreement, and he's like, that was a really fun night! And they're like, we were trying to find you! People were getting murdered everywhere! And he's like, I had a great night, I'd do that again. It's a delightful film.
I'm just gonna go with Ghostbusters.
Not Groundhog Day.
No, I mean, Groundhog Day is good, and it's technically a much better written character because he goes through more progression as a person. But in Ghostbusters, he's just funny.
I will also give honorable mention to Zombieland. Bill fucking Murray.
Can I be honest with you? Drugs cost money. Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Bill Murray's funny.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick, but...
Nicer than Dan Aykroyd.
Not what I've heard. I mean, Aykroyd's just insane.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
What did I do to this?
It's gonna fall sooner.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Least favorite Lord of the Rings character.
Merry and Pippin.
Oh, I would say, who's that guy? The weird king who's possessed. He's really boring.
What, the guy that Wormtongue is in
Yeah,
control of?
the
I
Two
don't
Towers guy.
understand.
He's boring. Doesn't do anything. He just sort of exists. Wormtongue does something, at least, for being strange and weird.
Yeah, well, it's Brad Dourif. He has to be strange.
That's true.
Not to mention, that scene from Return of the King where Wormtongue kills Saruman, that should have still been in the movie.
I'm trying to think. Is that in the extended edition?
It is.
Okay, because there's like different versions. My brain is confused half the time. All right, you get to tackle this tower. It's gonna fall, man.
I know.
Probably on me.
Bitch. What do you know?
You did it.
Somehow.
Oh man, what am I gonna do?
I don't know.
It's top heavy, right in the
It's
center.
always dumb luck. Favorite film YouTuber? Stuckman.
I would go Jeremy Johns. I really like Jeremy Johns. He's fun. And quirky.
I've gotten more into John's lately.
I like Stuckman. Don't get me wrong. He's just not doing as many movie reviews anymore.
Yeah, Stuckman, when I say favorite film YouTuber, I mean Stuckman just altogether, because recently I haven't been too thrilled with his reviews lately. Not that he doesn't have anything clever to say or that I don't see his point, it's just that it's really hard to describe. I feel like he's gotten a little safe with his criticism, even.
He was also part of Defy Media, so that's a thing.
Yeah, but he made it clear that that was a bad decision.
All right, so I found one that was loose. This is gonna fall very soon.
I know.
Worst comedy sequel. I'm really tempted to say Airplane 2, but Ace Ventura, the kid one, is bad.
Oh, right. Forgot that existed.
Grown Ups 2 isn't good.
No, it really isn't.
I will take Scary Movie 5. Fuck that movie.
Charlie
That movie
Sheen
is
and
awful.
Charlie Sheen and Lindsay Lohan steal
It's
the
literally
film.
unwatchable. I can watch A Haunted House 2 more than I can watch that, and that's pretty unwatchable.
I couldn't go that far, man. Oh my god.
Or I will say this one here, The Muppets Most Wanted. That thing killed the franchise. It was awful. It repeated plots. It wasn't fun.
I don't mind that. If I'm
it was
being
not good.
honest.
They even self-referentialized. We're doing a sequel. Where it's not as first as good as the first one.
I
They
don't have
know
a problem with that.
I didn't like that one. But no, it's Scary Movie 5.
No, I completely get it. Grown Ups 2, just because they went way too far with the gross out humor.
Just glad they didn't make a Jack and Jill 2.
It would have had to make money for that to happen.
I know so many people who saw it and liked it when it came out. I knew the wrong people.
Clearly. Motherfucker, what did you do?
I grabbed from down there.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's some
That's-
strategy with this
There's
shit.
some good work right there, sir.
Yeah. Worst Tarantino film?
I will
I'd
take
say
Reservoir Dogs.
I'm gonna
It's
say
boring.
no,
it's
it's
not good.
I
don't like it.
I'm gonna say Four Rooms just because he technically made a short with that anthology. Even though Death Proof is technically one of his weakest, there's still aspects of it that work.
I can watch Death Proof over Reservoir Dogs any day. I think I had to watch it in the 90s growing up. I think you had to be there at that time, you know?
I like Reservoir Dogs though. I like how
Never did much for me.
I do like the more unique approach.
Like, I don't think it's bad, I don't like it.
No, that's totally fair.
I don't think he has a bad movie.
You just called it.
I know, but it's one I don't like. Doesn't mean that people don't like it.
Well, you said bad film. I'm not entirely sure that works.
This is a stressful game, Tyler.
I'm trying to remember if we've done stressful.
We did like an hour on one of these.
No, we have.
Best movie phone conversation.
Phone conversation. One that comes immediately to mind is Scary Movie 3. That one bit that after.
What's up?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I was gonna say.
What's up? What's up?
Yo, Doge.
I
get
mean,
on
you
the
could also
phone.
go Scream. Do you like scary movies? That one's pretty iconic.
It is iconic and it is technically better, but I mean, the What's Up bit is just hilarious because, for starters, you don't even have to have seen the Budweiser commercial to get it.
It's just funny.
Hell, when Annoying Orange did it, even that was kind of funny.
I
as
mean, and you
pathetic
could
as
also
it
take
was.
Show Me the Money! That
is
one's
another,
pretty iconic.
That's another good one. Cuba Gooding still shouldn't have won the Oscar for it.
Yeah, there's a really good one in a couple World War II films over radios too, so.
That's true.
Like, I would take, like, I think it's interesting when Iron Man's, like, going into space, and he's giving, like, his last message, and he's like, I don't think I'm going to be home for dinner. That one's pretty good.
I don't really remember what he said in that one.
He's like, yeah, you remember we talked about staying on Earth, being grounded? Yeah.
Dude, really?
Yup, that's the thing.
Best film to take a nap to? Number 7, Cherry Lane. I almost fell asleep in the theater. That never happens.
What movie to fall asleep to? Half-Blood Prince. I cannot get through that movie without sleeping. I can't do it. It just bores me in the middle. It's like, oh, there's a Half-Blood Prince plot. Now we're doing something else. And then he's like, I am the Half-Blood Prince. I'm like, I forgot that even happened.
I thought you were gonna say like "Don't Look Up."
I think it's my turn.
I thought you were gonna say "Don't Look Up" or some shit.
I haven't
like that.
watched that. It doesn't appeal to me.
So that joke I wrote for you works out.
Oh yeah.
In fact, that might as well have been what happened.
You know how I feel about DiCaprio. Still care to watch him on screen.
Those Did You Know videos, I love that Alan Tsai literally said, did you know that in Don't Look Up, it's clearly science fiction because Leonardo DiCaprio is married to someone his age.
Best John Hughes film written by John Hughes.
Well, he wrote Breakfast Club. I know he wrote and directed that, but I mean, I still think that counts.
I'd probably take Can't Buy Me Love. I really like that.
I don't know that one.
It's the one with the lawnmower.
Yeah, I still don't know which one that is.
I think it's cute. Pretty much one of those. But I mean, Home Alone's well written. So is High Fidelity.
I feel like most of Home Alone's success to me came with Chris Columbus's direction of those Rube Goldberg traps. I mean, it's the same thing with 101 Dalmatians. Yeah, John Hughes technically wrote the script, but whoever was directing the animals and Glenn Close, I felt like that fell more.
Great Outdoors is well written as well.
Great Outdoors is decent. It has more to do with Candy and Aykroyd's chemistry, and of course that finale with the bear. Oh, and the Great Outdoors has like the best after credits sequence where Dan Aykroyd is dancing to "Land of a Thousand Dances."
I don't think I've stayed after the credits on that one.
Really? It's that
I'll
one.
have to do next time.
It's that one Wilson Pickett song where it's just like na 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 na.
No, I know the song, but I never knew there was an after credits sequence.
I mean, it technically happens during the credits. It's just Aykroyd dancing
in
the club, and Candy's just awkwardly going.
That's me on every dance
his
floor.
usual charm.
Let's go, Dead Dance Ahoy.
Val Kilmer's best film. Prince of Egypt.
Oh.
In my opinion.
Nice. I was going to go The Doors because I think it's a decent biopic. Is it fully true? No, I think it's a good performance.
I was just about to ask if Val Kilmer slips into the role of Jim Morrison.
I mean, he still feels like Val Kilmer at points, but I like it. I like it. I think it's pretty decent. It's either that or Batman Forever. I thought he made a really good Batman.
He was alright. You sure about that?
No.
Yeah, neither am I.
Name 5 guilty pleasure films.
Okay.
There's 2 questions on here. I have to split them.
Red with Bruce Willis and John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Let's see.
2 questions on me.
Grown Ups, the first one anyways. I actually can laugh at it just because it's really a hangout movie. There's no stupid plot that takes itself too seriously. It's just them riffing off each other. And for
Mission
movies
Impossible
like that,
2. I'll take that one. I like it. It's fun. It's stupid but fun.
I can handle that.
The Other Guys. He's genuinely stupid at points, but so funny.
That is absolutely true. Kicking and Screaming with Will Ferrell. That was probably like one of, if not the first guilty pleasures I saw growing up, so it just happened to fit that way. Let's see.
Sleepaway Camp.
Of course.
UHF.
Technically Birds of Prey, because I like it more for the comedy of the actresses and the action
Birds of Prey is pretty good, though.
It
is
is
not a bad movie by
It is
any
pretty
means.
sweet, but like there are all the flaws that people have with it. I'm not going to pretend like those don't exist.
Oh, Spy Kids 3D Game Over. Love that movie. Grew up with that one. It's a guilty pleasure, 100%. Yeah. It's not a great movie by any means. It's an awful movie.
And Fast and Furious 6.
Oh, fun stuff.
To me, that's the best of the sequels.
That's the one with the bridge sequence, right? Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because 5 has the safe, 6 has the tank, 7 Paul Walker dies, 8 has the submarine, 9 Han comes back, right?
Yeah.
Number 4, I don't remember what happened.
Not a ton. Worst film to ever get an Oscar nomination.
You just say Crash.
The Boss Baby.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Everyone did. I'm pretty sure it only got nominated because Kimmel was in it and he hosted that year.
I'm going to take The Good Dinosaur because it's crap.
I didn't see it.
I watched that recently. And
even
said, no.
even I could tell there was absolutely nothing to look forward to with that one. Hell, Doug Walker actually did a re-review because he could tell that he was being a little too harsh on it. He still flat out said it wasn't good, but never mind that The Good Dinosaur looks more like Dory than he does a dinosaur.
It's not stable.
Gee, you think?
Best superhero film of the 2000s. It's 2000 2010.
Spider-Man 2.
I will take X-Men 2 because I like that movie a lot.
That one's good too.
But then there's Batman. I still like X-Men over Batman.
I mean, I like Dark Knight, but most of that has to do with Heath Ledger.
More of a Joker movie. Dave Reacher. I think I will.
I can't do this. That's not how you spell 2.
Yeah, well, I spelled things wrong.
Pitch Ferris Bueller's Day Off 2.
Yeah, it's called Ferris Bueller's Week Off. What happens in it? Who plays Ferris Bueller? Go.
Oh, man. Who plays Ferris Bueller? Well,
You bring Nicolas Cage back for his role, though.
he wasn't in that.
Was not his first role? He was the guy. He was the thug in the police station.
That's Charlie Sheen.
That's Charlie Sheen. You bring Charlie Sheen back as a cameo.
I mean, if he actually did hook up with Bueller's sister, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, we could set up there in the future. They're together. Oh, and he has. Here's what it is. So Ferris Bueller's sister and Charlie Sheen got married. They had kids. He has to babysit those kids. He has to get out of babysitting the kids.
Okay, so you can definitely bring Broderick back for that.
Yeah, they can all go on an adventure again as a midlife crisis.
I mean, it could be like the John Hughes version of Come On, Come On, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you.
I answered a question that nobody asked. Except
You know they're gonna redo it. That's how life is.
I know. I'm trying to act like that's not a reality.
Here's one. Another recast one. Recast the Mario Brothers movie without Chris Pratt. Who are you putting in that role? Who's Bowser? Who's all that?
Fuck!
I don't want Chris Pratt in the Mario.
What, you think I do? Okay, so for Luigi, I would go with David Dastmalchian, who most people know as Polka Dot Man from Suicide Squad.
Oh, I like that casting. Yeah.
And some people might also know him as Piter from Dune, since he was Skarsgard's henchman in that one.
Well, this movie needs to be family friendly but ridiculous, and nothing to do with the game, obviously.
Obviously.
So
Mario, that's where things get really...
I'm going to say it again. I want Nicolas Cage as Bowser.
Then by all means, pick Nicolas
I
Cage
want
as
Nicolas
Bowser.
Cage as Bowser, but I want Danny DeVito to be the Goomba.
You know what? I'd rather have Danny DeVito as Donkey Kong, if I'm being
Oh.
completely honest.
I mean, they're all going to be animated. And then
Yes. Damn
we get Adam Sandler in there. He's family friendly.
You know what? I just want to pick
This-
Adam Sandler
this
as
movie's gonna
Mario
bomb.
to make him, just to make everyone go, oh, you know what? Maybe Chris Pratt wasn't that bad of a decision.
And then we needed Princess Peach. I feel like you just put Meryl Streep in this and go for it.
No, let's do Kate Capshaw.
Oh, fair, yeah.
You want to talk annoying damsels in distress? You got Kate Capshaw.
Fair. Alright.
So is that you or?
That was me that did that.
Okay.
What about this one? Does that work?
Not really. This one's kind of.
This is a tough game.
This one might be. You fucker.
I've never won one of these.
That's. I thought you have.
No, you've won every single time.
Somehow I doubt that.
Huh.
This one's off limits, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get over on your side.
Go ahead.
In order for this to happen.
Move this so it doesn't fall everywhere.
No. Oh, don't worry about it.
This is a serious moment, everybody.
Don't fucking judge us for it. Yeah, it's too late.
Oh!
Motherfucker.
Well, sit down and answer the question anyway. You get one more question from Movie Jenga.
Last film you watched. I just finished this like 5 minutes before he came to pick me up, The Hyperion, starring Carrie Elways.
What was the last thing I watched?
Chronicles of Narnia, Voyage of Dawn Treader. That was the last one. You can see a previous review of that. It was only just a few days after that. So, yeah. Well, that's it for Movie Jenga. Tyler, where can we find you?
Well, you can find the link for my channel in the description below. I've got reviews for Turning Red with yours truly right here, as well as The Hyperions. I'm going to keep it on the low as to where that movie came from, because as we talked about, there's a tad bit of some pointless controversy over that.
And you can check out BB&J. Look at the description. New episodes, new concepts every 2 days. We've got the comedy of nonsense. We'll see you later. Tyler, say something awesome.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Do-do, 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 do-do.
Always look on the bright side of life.